Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wisconsin Greg Show. It's a very nice day here in Wisconsin, about 65, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. There is some wind, but not terrible. It's usually a lot worse, but it's very nice. The birds are singing, and it's a very nice day. The grass isn't turning green yet, but it's nice. So I thought I'd just go for a little walk, do a little vlog down here by Lake Comus in Delavan, Wisconsin, where they just put a new dam in. Looks like they might be done with the dam. There's some stuff that I think the city's got to do yet, but they haven't. Doesn't look like they filled the lake up with water yet. I'm not sure what's going on there. If they got more plans to do on that yet, but I'll turn this camera around here and show you in a minute. A lot of the lake, especially on the other side, there's a lot of grass that grew up and stuff in the edges of the lake, and it actually needs to be dredged. So maybe they're going to do that. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention what all the plans are, but I'll show you the dam probably towards the end of the video. But right now I'm just going to go for a walk. I got a few things I wrote down to talk about, and let's go for a vlog. Kind of hard to see. The dam is over there because the sun is shining my camera. We'll go over there towards the end of the video, but anyways, I just want to give you an overview of the lake and how low the water is here. You can see they actually came out on here. They laid planks down, and they brought all these rocks in while they had the lake down for the shore. Kind of not the friendliest thing to be for fishing. Kind of not too comfortable to stand on and stuff, but I guess it's to keep the shore from eroding. But they did that, and as you can see, there's some geese out there. They must be eating some bugs in the water or something, or in the mud, or eating something, I'm not sure. But they don't seem one bit bothered by me. Anyways, let's go for a little walk. As I say, it's not real pretty as it is when in the summertime when the grass is green and the trees all have leaves on them. But boy, it's a nice day. Been a cold winter around here. Nice to get out. Seen my first robin yesterday, and actually seen some today. When you see the robins around Wisconsin, you know springtime is right around the corner. So that's cool. Spring is, I guess, starts on the March 20th, but I think the 21st is the first full day of spring. And the berries on this evergreen tree, they look like blueberries, but they're not. I think if they were blueberries, the birds would have had them already. Talking about robins, I like them most of the time of the year, but the first part of summer, oh, I hate those things. Try to grow green beans and stuff in the garden, and when my green beans poke through the ground, they come along and they think, I don't know, I thought their eyesights were bad or something, but maybe they just like pulling on stuff. It's like they think it's a worm, the green bean, because it's just coming out of the ground, and they pull them out. They make me so mad. I actually Googled to see if robins had bad eyesight, because I'm like, can't they even tell the difference between a plant and a worm? And Googling it, it says that they have very good eyesight and very good hearing. It says they can actually hear the worms in the ground when they're moving. That's how they can find the worms so easy and get them. And it says their eyesight is really good, but I don't know, the ones by my house, it don't seem like their eyesight's very good. Now, I think I read that there's supposed to be a park going in here. I'm guessing might be in this area, because I see the grass is all kind of, I don't know, there ain't no grass. Like they're getting it ready for putting a playground in here or something. I'm not sure. I think I read that somewhere. I think it was some kind of a federal grant, if that's still going through. You know how they're cutting everything, so that could possibly come to an end too. But I don't know. As far as I know, there's some kind of a playground going in here, which is supposed to actually, I think, be for everybody, even people with disabilities and people in wheelchairs and stuff like that. So we'll have to see what that happens, or what happens with that. If that comes down, I'm sure I'll have that on video someday in the near future, or in the next year or so. Got lots of stuff I'm getting planned now. As soon as it dries up a little bit, as you can see, it's pretty muddy around here right now, but it's going to dry up fast with this wind and the sun. And I want to have a what they call a back to Eden garden, and it's covered with wood chips. And I found out last year, I guess I was supposed to be putting fertilizer into them wood chips every year, which I didn't know that. I thought the wood chips were actually turning into fertilizer, and I didn't have to do that. So anyways, this year I'm gonna scrape all those wood chips back, put some fertilizer, cow manure under there, and hopefully I have a better garden this year. Planning on actually making more garden, because the price of everything is so darn expensive. I raised a lot of potatoes last year. Actually got some more my own seed potatoes this year. I don't think I'm gonna have to buy any. They're already shooting sprouts out. They want to get planted soon, which they will be pretty soon. As you can see, the water level here is way low. I used to go canoeing, or not canoeing, well, years ago canoeing, but more recently kayaking way to the back of there. I couldn't go kayaking back there now, so it's just drained down. This right here is where Turtle Creek comes into this lake, and then it sprawls out and turns into Lake Comas, and not to be confused with another Lake Como, which is over towards Lake Geneva, which is different. But they got this all seeded down around the edge here with grass. It looks like grass seed, trying to get it to stop eroding away from the lake, I guess. But that's a lot of, I think, limestone rocks right there that they hauled in. A lot. It's like down along the whole north shore of the lake almost. I hope all you are doing good, and I hope you're getting some good weather out there. I know most of you, probably a big percentage of you, are already starting your gardens, but we're a little behind up here in Wisconsin because we actually can still get some snow yet. I hope we don't, but we could. I've been recently trying to cut back on paper towels. I actually bought a bunch of cotton kitchen cloths, and trying to cut back on paper towels. Everything is just getting so expensive. Hopefully that'll cut back and save me some money. I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet, but we're going to give her a try. So far they clean up real well, suck up the water, so I'm happy with that. They're 100% cotton. They're not very thick, but they really seem to suck up the water really well, so we'll see how that works out. Been trying to lose 5 more pounds of weight. That last 5 pounds is giving me a hard time. But I think with warm weather now, getting out here and walking, doing more, working in the garden, and pretty soon the lawn work will start, mowing lawn and all that stuff. I think I'll start getting rid of that extra 5 pounds. I did get my apple trees pruned. They look really ugly when they're pruned. They do every year till they get leaves on them. They're kind of scary or kind of wicked, I say. But hopefully when they get older, that pruning will start to slow down. That's the plan anyways. Oh, I don't know if I told you where I am. I'm in Delavan, Wisconsin. Well, I told you what lake. This is called the Delavan Arboretum. I've done videos here before, but I haven't been in here for a while. Things look a little different. Actually, up by the road, they chopped all the trees and bushes down right in that area. I think they're gonna spruce it all up and make it look really nice where that dam is and stuff, and make it look nicer. So that'll be interesting. And I'm just amazed how nice it is out here. Very, very nice. Here's a map of the trails. Part we're going into now is called the Ora Rice Arboretum. We're just in the Paul Lang Arboretum. My plan is to spray my apple trees with what they call dormant oil spray on Thursday, because we're supposed to have a couple nice days then, and I guess according to the instructions you need a 24-hour period where it's not going to freeze at night when you put that on. So that's the plan right now. I got notes everywhere so I remember to do stuff. The birds are, and wild animals and stuff are just, they're getting excited because spring is right around the corner. The birds were chirping like crazy today. I seen a turkey vulture just gliding through the sky. That's the first one I seen this year. By my house, that was this morning. Seen last night, I ran to town and went to McDonald's. I ain't been there for a long time. I know a lot of you don't like McDonald's, but occasionally I like to go there. Not very often anymore. I used to go there all the time, but I ended up getting well, on the way there, like I was saying, I seen a bunch of deer out, so they're getting ready. I think they're enjoying the nice weather too. They're out gallivanting around. But like I was saying, I went to McDonald's and I ended up getting some extra fries that I couldn't eat because I do keep track of everything, and that wasn't in my I didn't have no allowance for extra fat and protein yesterday, so I took the fries on the app. It was a free deal, you get the fries, but I ended up saving them and I had them for breakfast this morning with my eggs. So that's a little different, something I don't normally do, but I did get an air fryer for Christmas, and boy, that thing is really handy. It heats some fries up, reheats them, and they're almost as good as like the day you got them. They taste pretty good heated up. Works really good with pizza, heating up cold pizza too. A lot better than sticking it in the microwave, let me tell you. I was gonna mention, I don't know if you guys buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. I do, I have. But I've noticing lately, man, some of the stuff is just outrageously priced if you go shopping around. It's like, dang, it's like, if you want to call price gouging, I'd say there's some really price gouging going on Amazon. I looked at some, I guess you call it, I don't know, cologne for men. I got lots of different colognes, but I ran out of my one I use all the time. It's called Joop, J-O-O-P. And it's like a 4.2 ounce bottle, something like that. It's pretty big. Lasted me a long time. But it's getting empty, and I've been searching, trying to find prices on it. And I looked on Amazon, and it's like, oh my god, I think it was like $70. And I looked on Walmart. I haven't looked too many other places. But Walmart's got it for $24 to $26. I can't remember exactly. I'm like, that's for the exact same thing. That's a lot of difference in price there. Just wondering if any of you have noticed that. Seen any price gouging? If you have, like, what kind of product was it and where have you seen it? On what site or what store? Just curious. Leave that in the comments. I'd like to know. Kind of, maybe we can open people's eyes up and get people to look around a little bit before they buy this stuff. Save some money. It's always good to communicate with each other, especially when you're shopping and finding good deals and stuff. Let other people know. Every penny counts nowadays. I think I mentioned in the last video that I was thinking about getting some chickens, and I'm still kind of tossing it up a little bit, but I'm thinking I'm more leaning on not getting them. I think if I lived down south more towards Tennessee in that area, I would. But man, up here in Wisconsin, it's kind of a pain in the wintertime. This past winter, we had a lot of cold weather, and I'm just thinking to myself, that would have been a whole lot of problem trying to keep their water from freezing and stuff. And I mean, I'm not going to have a lot of chickens there. The chicken coop's going to be super hot or warm. Like when I was younger, my mom had chickens, and she had 300 chickens, and she even still had problems with the water freezing, I remember. So I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. I don't eat that many eggs, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. You never know. I also mentioned in the last video that I actually did a Sasquatch oil painting, or I might not have been done with it at that time. Did just a real close-up of the face, and I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I like it. It's different. It's kind of a little bit eerie looking with the eyes staring at you because it's so big and close, and it's actually not huge or anything. It's a 9 by 12 painting, I believe. 9-inch by 12-inch. But I mentioned that in the last video, so I'm gonna pop that little picture of that in here right now so you can see it. Let me know what you think of it. I like it, so here it is. I went to a town board meeting last month, and boy, there's a lot of stuff. I live in a little township, and there's a lot of stuff going on, auditing and stuff, books and money missing, and it's like, oh my god, and this is just a little township, and there's a lot of stuff going on like that. It's crazy. But at the beginning of the meetings, somebody from the Walworth County Police Department, which is in our area, is always at the meeting, and they tell us all crimes and stuff that went on in the area and what to watch out for and all this and that. And there wasn't too much crime in the area. I think there's only one theft, kind of. But biggest thing they said to watch out for right now is fraud and scams and stuff, like phone scams, email scams, stuff like that. That's the biggest thing. He says there's a lot of that stuff going on, so be aware of that stuff. Isn't that beautiful around here? I know the grass ain't green yet, but it's still beautiful. And just a couple other things I wanted to touch on. this past year I've learned so much in this past year. I think I've learned about 5 to 8 years worth in this past year. Really made me change my view on lots of things, and there's been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you guys haven't seen, which I can't actually talk about. Some of it I will eventually, hopefully. We'll see. But I've learned a lot. Been through a lot, but it's some very good learning experience I've learned. It's going to make me a better person, make me understand other people better. One thing I wanted to express is how you gotta express your feelings. You can't just be quiet and talk and clam up when stuff is, maybe you're scared to say because you're scared how other people will react or something like that. And that can go for anything. That can happen at work, could happen at relationships, and it can happen in talking about politics, which you got to be careful where you're doing that. But there's a place and a time for everything, and I think it's okay to talk about it sometimes. I don't talk politics on this channel, but I make up for it off this channel, let me tell you. But some people will use politics in places they shouldn't. One place I think politics should be totally left out of is in a church, in a minister, when he's preaching, stuff like that. That's just my opinion. But you gotta express your feelings at times. You just gotta figure out where's the right place to do it, and who's the right people to talk to, and some people ain't even worth talking to because it's their way or no way, and gotta find people that are open-minded, and I just think it's a good thing to talk about stuff like that. And yeah, communication is key to everything, I think. But yeah, I've learned a lot. Hopefully we can talk more about this down the road. We'll see. Right now is not the time for me to talk about it. Like I said, everything has a time and a place, and but just wanted to talk generally about that. And the reason I think you need to talk is sometimes if you don't express your feelings, people will walk all over you. And that can go in at work, in relationships, just in general public. You gotta have a backbone once in a while and let people know what you feel. And yeah, so try to practice that, and I think that's a good thing. That's just my opinion. I'm no expert on this, but I have seen where people don't like to talk, and sometimes it causes more problems. Sometimes it causes problems for both sides, but it's not good to bottle stuff up. You gotta let stuff out once in a while. And then another thing I kind of wanted to touch on, which is kind of related, is social media. And I said I have a problem with it. I'm on it too much. I have a hard time staying off it. I really, really, really want to cut back on that. It's a hard thing to do. And I'm sure summer coming on and I get more things to do and keep me busy, I'll be cutting back on that. But like I said, there's some people that are just not open-minded, and you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and it doesn't matter if it's not their way. So you're always we have been taught, I think, that we should always stay friends with people, and I kind of agree with that, but I don't think you have to be connected to them on social media. It's okay to step away, in my opinion. I think that's a lot of groups and stuff has said that on social media, and they try to guilt trip you if you step away from people. Sometimes you got to step away from people for your own best interest. And it's not a bad thing to unfriend someone on Facebook or any other platform if they're making you feel bad mentally and physically, you know, just they're just raising your blood pressure, and no matter what you say, you can't get a word in edgewise, or they just won't believe it or won't listen. They don't want to hear no facts. There's people like that out there, and I've been changing my ways on Facebook. I've been stepping away from a lot of people. I don't care what people say. I do it for my own best interest, and I also do it for what other people think when they see me that I'm a friend with these people. I don't want to be associated with some of these people close. I don't mind seeing them in the public and saying hello and you know, quick talk or whatever, but I don't want to be like their best friend on Facebook. So it's a good thing, I think, to step away once in a while, or permanently sometimes, and do what's best for you. I think a lot of the stuff where they've been saying in the past, you know, that you shouldn't do that, I think a lot of that is groups telling you to stick together to try to get people fighting amongst each other, and let them go fight with their own people who believe that. You talk to your own people. I kind of consider it as being a kid in school. You know, there's groups, and sometimes you just don't fit in certain groups. So you got to kind of step away, let them have their group, you have your group, and then everybody's happy. But anyways, I'm almost up to the dam up here. I just wanted to ramble on and do a little vlog today. I hope you enjoyed this little walk. But I'm gonna pause this for a minute until I get up by the dam closer. Almost there, not too far. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, this is a view from the dam, the new dam. They worked all last year on it. There's still some stuff to do around it. I think more of the landscaping and sidewalk and stuff. But let me kind of shoot you down here and show you. It's only about 2 foot 6 inches high, the water right now. I can't remember what this cost, but it was a lot of money. I think they gotta put, I'm not sure what's all going here. I believe some more railings, and then some sidewalks, I think. Not sure if sidewalks on both sides or not, or maybe it'll be a parking area over there. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but really, really cool. This is probably the best area to fish on this lake, is right here after the dam for some reason. I'll show you on the other side. Actually, there's some people over there fishing right now. I'll try to be quiet over there. But yeah, the geese are enjoying it. They like the water, I think, because it's so shallow. And they can reach down, and there's less room for the fish to get away, or whatever they're eating. Over there is where I just came from, where I showed you all the rocks. And right here there was a boat landing, which I believe they still got a lot of work to do there yet. And like I said, they cut down a whole bunch of little branches and trees and bushes and stuff like that right in this area. So they must be going to replant and do a whole bunch to make it look better there. I'll run across the road here quick, and I'll be right with you in just a second. I haven't went across the road yet. This is actually just the other side of the spot where I was just at. You can see it's kind of split in two parts here. I was over there before. As you can see, they need to fix the road here yet, where it goes over the bridge. So there's still quite a bit to do here yet. Let's go over and see the other side here quick. This is where the best spot to fish is, over on this side. Got a bunch of new rocks on this side too. Well, thank you everyone. I want to thank you all for coming and watching. Hope you enjoyed the little vlog. Let me know what you think of this hat. I got this on Amazon. I got it with actually some points or money I had built up on there. So I actually only paid $1 something for it. I can't remember, like $1.87 or something. So let me know what you think of it. I kind of like it. Won't be wearing it a whole lot more though, because summer is just about here, or spring I should say anyways. But anyways, I wanted to mention one other thing too. I'm starting to do another painting. This is a very tiny painting. It's actually going to be the smallest painting I've ever done, I think. It's 4 inches by 4 inches, and it's a sun-moon picture, and the sun and the moon has faces on them, and so far so good. So maybe I'll have that one ready by the time I do another video. So thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next Wisconsin Greg Show. Take care everyone. Bye now.